Hey everyone, welcome back to XRP Daily Brief. I'm really glad you're here because today's topic is one of the most important and ambitious developments happening in global finance, and it directly affects XRP, Stellar, Algorand, and pretty much the entire digital asset ecosystem. What we're talking about today is not another speculation cycle or hype narrative. This is the foundation of a new financial system being built in Europe, and the role these networks will play in it. By the end of this video, you'll understand how everything connects, why it matters, and what it could mean for the future of XRP holders. Europe is currently developing what many are calling the European ledger, a next-generation financial infrastructure combining tokenized central bank money, tokenized commercial bank money, and digital assets, all on a single programmable platform. Think of it as taking systems like T2S, the traditional settlement rails, and evolving them into a full distributed technology environment. Distributed ledger technology is the blockchain-like infrastructure that enables secure, rapid, programmable interactions between financial institutions. To simplify, central banks build the rails, and the market runs the trains on top of those rails. Now, this is where XRP, Stellar, and Algorand come into the picture. Each one brings something unique to this architecture. XRP is designed to handle high-speed cross-border settlements and acts as a bridge between different ledgers and currencies. Stellar focuses heavily on retail payments and direct consumer transactions. Algorand provides powerful smart contract capabilities and supports tokenized assets at scale. Together, they form a toolkit that Europe can use to upgrade its entire financial system. To understand how this actually works, imagine selling a tokenized asset on Algorand, while the buyer pays in euros through a traditional payment system like tips. Instead of relying on slow reconciliation between different systems, a distributed smart contract locks both the asset and the cash simultaneously. Once both sides meet the conditions, they release instantly. This is called atomic delivery versus payment. And XRP can step in as the liquidity bridge when assets or currencies need to move across systems. Here's where things get even more interesting. Ripple has spent years quietly building deep relationships with major banks and financial institutions. The Bank of England ran experiments using Ripple's technology to coordinate currency settlements. Standard Chartered took a strategic stake in Ripple. HSBC partnered on tokenized securities platforms. While the public was doubting XRP years ago, banks were already exploring it for real institutional use. Ripple's ecosystem is expanding further with euro-backed stablecoins on the XRP ledger, tokenized currency projects, and global payment networks. These aren't theories, they're active developments shaping what will soon be one of the world's most advanced financial infrastructures. For XRP holders, this means increasing utility and recognition, especially in Europe, where distributed financial architecture is becoming a reality. The long-term adoption potential is enormous, and we're still early. To dive deeper, Europe is transforming T2S into a fully distributed single market infrastructure where central bank money, commercial bank deposits, and digital assets can operate together. This makes it possible for traditional finance and blockchain systems to communicate instantly without friction. Algorand enables tokenized assets. Stellar handles fast retail payments. XRP becomes the high-speed cross-ledger liquidity solution. These systems communicate through APIs that allow different ledgers to interact smoothly. A practical example goes like this. A seller holds a tokenized security on Algorand, while the buyer pays in euros on tips. Cross-ledger settlement locks both legs at once. XRP can provide the instant liquidity needed to bridge the asset side and the cash side. This is achieved using trigger hash link technology, allowing simultaneous locking and unlocking on separate ledgers, ensuring no one is exposed to settlement risk. Europe is not working alone. Ripple itself is expanding globally. The Bank of England's proof of concept showed how XRP reduces settlement risks. Standard Chartered is leveraging Ripple to digitize financial processes. HSBC uses Ripple-related tech for tokenized securities. These are not small players. They're among the biggest financial institutions in the world, actively building on Ripple's infrastructure. Ripple is also launching stablecoins, starting with euro-backed tokens on the XRP ledger. This is a major milestone because euro-denominated stablecoins can directly integrate with Europe's programmable financial system. Banks could issue euro-backed tokens and settle instantly across borders. XRP then serves as the liquidity layer connecting everything. XRP's speed and low cost are crucial here. Traditional international transactions can take days, but XRP settles in seconds, making it ideal for FX transactions where speed reduces cost and risk. This is huge because nearly half of global FX volume flows through the UK, a country where Ripple already has significant presence. Ripple's vision is something called the Internet of Value, value moving as easily as information. Banks plug into RippleNet and can offer better services to consumers and businesses, with governance through RippleNet committees ensuring compliance and operational standards. XRP also supports ISO 2022, making it compatible with global banking standards. Developers and institutions can build on top of the XRP Ledger, Stellar, and Algorand. This includes tokenized government bonds, money market funds, retail payment systems, and more. XRP becomes the connective tissue, the asset that moves liquidity through the veins of this emerging financial system. Ripple is active worldwide. The US, Japan, Singapore, the UK, and Europe are all adopting or testing Ripple solutions. Countries aren't waiting for public hype. Institutions are already integrating Ripple behind the scenes. XRP is evolving into a backbone asset for an internet-based financial world. Looking ahead, Europe's new system will rely on cross-ledger interoperability, atomic settlement, stablecoin integration, and instant cross-border liquidity. XRP has unmatched advantages as a bridge asset. It can connect asset classes, ledgers, and currencies with near-instant settlement. As the world moves toward tokenization, from bonds to deposits to securities, XRP's role becomes more important. Ripple is preparing for this through partnerships, stablecoin launches, and global infrastructure expansion. We're entering a phase where regulation, technology, and institutional adoption are converging. Between 2026 and 2028, we could see some of the largest transformation waves in financial history. These changes could define XRP's long-term value as adoption accelerates. While retail speculation comes and goes, the real work has been happening quietly in banks, central banks, and government institutions around the world. So what does this mean for XRP holders? XRP is no longer just a speculative token. It's an infrastructure asset powering a new global financial system, one that's faster, more transparent, programmable, and interconnected. As Europe finalizes its digital financial architecture, XRP's utility and relevance are poised to grow dramatically. Everything Ripple has been building, global partnerships, stablecoin ecosystems, cross-ledger liquidity, ISO-compliant messaging, and developer platforms, positions XRP at the center of this transformation. And right now, we are watching the foundation of that future being put into place